Hello, this is Angelique, and you're listening to We're Booked Up, a segment of the Gaston Speaks podcast wherein Kendall, Andrew, and I discuss books. And we're back for our 5th season.
Yay!
Which is like longer than most Netflix shows, honestly.
To be fair, I think we hit that after season 1.
Yeah, season 2. Season 2. Just
two
cut it.
seasons and they're done. So.
All right, for this episode, we'll be discussing Absolute Power by David Baldacci. There will be spoilers. But first, what did we read or watch over the summer?
I got lots of notes. You might want to start first.
Well, I told Kendall, I was like, you know how normally I'm like, so I read nothing and I watched The Nanny and Golden Girls. I actually read and watched stuff, so I'm excited. No, so I finally read Remarkably Bright Creatures, which you've been recommending for like 18 months.
So good.
It was good. It was really, really good. Actually, our whole book club liked it. So that was fun. And then I am like 20 minutes about to be done with The Third Gilmore Girl by Kelly Bishop, the audiobook. Oh, I was crying in the car yesterday because we got to the point where Ed Herman died. And it was awful. I mean, I knew it was coming because like he died. And anyway, but it's so much fun. And actually, most of it is not about Gilmore Girls. It's actually about her other life and a chorus line and all that kind of stuff, which I really like because I didn't really know much of that history. Fun fact, she and Ed Herman didn't really know each other, but they won their Tonys on the same night.
Oh, that's really
So there's a cool
cute.
picture of them back in the day with their Tonys. Anyway, and then I watched actually, I mean, I did watch The Golden Girls and The Nanny, but I also watched other things. Recently, I just finished Leanne on Netflix. If you don't know Leanne Morgan, she's a hoot and a half. And then the reboot of King of the Hill, and I loved it. I'm a huge King of the Hill fan. And then early in the summer, I did The White Lotus Season 3. Good actors, but it's lost its oomph, I think. And then I did something called St. Denis Medical, which is from the creators of Superstore. It's got David Alan Grier and Wendy McClendon Covey.
Oh, she's fun.
Good. She's really good. And it's basically like The Office, Parks and Rec, but it's in an emergency room. But it's like Scrubs, but not as goofy as Scrubs. It was really good. It was on Peacock.
Cool.
Let's
What'd
check
y'all
it out.
read?
A lot.
Okay.
So I finally finished Ministry of Time, and I would say it was 3 3/4 to 4 stars for me. And I just wanted to say, apparently it was inspired by a footnote, and we have learned to love footnotes on this podcast, so I appreciate that. I read an Abby Jimenez series, The Part of Your World, Yours Truly, Just One Summer, cute, fine, whatever. I read fantasy. It's in our science fiction section, but it's really fantasy. The Wendy Darling and Hooked. They're like
Peter Pan.
it is Peter Pan
Okay.
inspired when the characters like grow up and are beyond whatchamacallit, Neverland.
Okay,
like they
cool.
come back and have to deal with stuff. American Spy.
Yes, still on my list.
It was good. It was not what I expected, but it was good. 4 stars. I Wish We Weren't Related by Radhika Sangani. It was like a girl has to go to her father's funeral, except she already thought her father had died when she was a small child, found out as an adult he actually still was living, and until he died. And then she had to go meet with her siblings who she's got beef with and all kinds of stuff. It had a kind of Jonathan, is it Topper or Tropper? I can't remember.
I think it's Tropper.
Tropper.
The This Is Where I Leave You. And yeah.
It had a little bit of that vibe. It was a little funny. It was cute. Yep. And then as for watching, I watched the newest Taskmaster series. It's a British show. It is so funny. It had Jason Mantzoukas on it. And I love him. He is so chaotic. J.V. Mantzoukas. And if you watch Taskmaster, you'll understand that reference. And if you don't, then sorry. Poker Face Season 2, excellent. And the Murderbot series, also excellent.
What about you, Angelique?
I also watched the Murderbot series. I liked it.
Renewed. It was renewed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
They cut characters, and I was confused at first, but they did a good job.
Well, wait till we talk about the movie version of Absolute Power, where they totally cut out a whole main character.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't
Did you
either, but
watch
I
it?
went and
Yeah,
researched
I read
it.
I didn't like research it because I wanted to watch it, but I wanted to watch it after this. So,
Yeah.
Because I think I know who the character is because I would have cut him out because he was useless. Anyways.
I meant to watch it. I didn't because I finished this book at 11 o'clock last night. And who has time? And my
Yeah.
kindergartner started today, so.
Aw.
Anyway, what else did I watch? I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Have y'all heard of that?
Oh my gosh, there's a guy on TikTok who does the whip songs where it's like a Renaissance fair guy.
Yeah.
And they always, like, the people are always requesting that. I don't know what that means, though, so tell me more.
It's a movie on Netflix
Okay.
about this K-pop girl group who are also demon hunters. So K-pop demon hunters. It's really good. The music is really good, and it's fun.
I bet you would like that.
I do
that
like
sounds
it.
like a lot of fun.
Your
I
kids
would
might
watch
like it, honestly.
I think Marcus might like
I
it.
feel so old. I feel like y'all should speak another language.
Just wait till we start filming that TikTok stuff later.
Oh, dear God. Okay.
Or not TikTok, the Facebook Reels.
Right.
What else? I started a series. There's only 2 books out now, but I read both of them. The series is called Shadow of the Leviathan by Robert Jackson Bennett. And it has, the first book is The Tainted Cup, and the second one is Drop of Corruption. They're both really good. They're like fantasy mysteries, but they're set in like this almost urban fantasy, but it's more like I think saw people call it like eco-punk or biopunk, where like their magic is based on
Air
like
quotes,
yeah,
people.
air quotes.
Around
Magic
magic.
is based on like what they can do with like plant life or fungus, or like the leftover material from like these leviathans that threaten their entire existence, that like enhance their bodies and stuff, enhance their minds and things like that. It's pretty interesting.
Did we already talk about
We
this?
did.
Okay, I was like, this sounds so familiar.
That's why
Okay, yeah, it sounds interesting.
it is. I reread a bunch of stuff. Read some manga, the usual. I don't know how many cards I did for summer reading, but I know it was more than one.
I did one.
I did one. I could have done more, but I couldn't
And I
do
had
2.
1 book and 3 adventures because that's what I got to.
I'm proud of you.
And I can't even draw my own name. So like there was no point. I have every year drawn my name, and I can't do it because like honestly I'm the one that's
Are you serious?
yeah. So I never win anything. Oh, it's totally fine, by the way.
I don't know. I mean, you're the supervisor, so I get it. You probably shouldn't win. But it also
Right,
makes
that
me a
would
little-
look bad.
As your friend, this makes me sad.
I know. It's okay. I promise you guys.
Maybe we should buy you something.
It's all good. Tacos.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
All right, are we ready?
Yeah, let's do
I'm gonna read the synopsis as per usual, or per usual for us, maybe not per usual for any new
That's where the
listeners.
synopsis is in the front of
Yes.
the book. I was looking for it.
Yeah, on the back it's just talking about David.
We're in season 5, and our fans know we read so per usual, they know what we mean.
But what if we have new fans? We're just starting today.
Welcome. Maybe they saw my display.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
And
not
we're
like
like,
there's like
oh.
a multi-episode arc going on that we need to.
I know. By the way, you guys can go back. Like, there's 4 other seasons you can
Yeah.
consume.
And they are award worthy.
I mean, they were votist.
Inside joke that if you listen to them, you'll understand. How about that?
Yeah.
So
Okay, ready?
let's do it.
Always.
In a heavily guarded mansion in a posh Virginia suburb, a man and a woman start to make love, trapping a burglar behind a secret wall. Then the passion turns deadly and the witness is running into the night. Because what he has just seen is a brutal slaying involving the President of the United States. Luther Whitney is the career break-in artist who's in the wrong place at the wrong time. Alan Richmond is the charming U.S. president with the power to commit any crime. And Jack Graham is the young attorney caught in a vortex between absolute truth and absolute power. There we go. And what do we think of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad they didn't in the synopsis go through the 86 characters that are involved in this.
No.
All of which come together at the end, but still, it's like there are a lot of characters.
So many characters. Who wants to go rate it first?
I mean, Andrew can go first.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Me
I
neither.
actually like. So you were talking about how like the first 200 pages were like a slog after a while because it was just like so much build up.
I
but
literally want to rip them out.
I actually preferred that to then some of the things that happened when it actually started to pick up.
What?
Because
we are
it was just-
opposite people.
Because then it wasn't as I don't know. After a while, it just became
Okay, stop. What's your rating?
I don't know. Like
Would you call it a 3? Would you call it a 2.9?
no,
2.9. That's so
maybe a
specific.
2.5.
I had 2.75 to
It's not like,
3-ish.
I mean,
It's-
compared to the Drek we read in
Yeah.
the beginning, this one's like a 12 compared to like the Danielle Steele
Yeah.
book. But it's not my genre, and I get it's definitely a book of its time. I don't know, 2.5. We'll go 2.5, which on Goodreads will round up to 3, I guess, but it'll be 2.5.
Yeah. I said 2.75 to like I could be talked into a 3 because I feel like if Kendall read this in 1996, I'd be like, this was amazing. This was so good. But some of the stuff is just so dated. I feel like if it were to have a refresher, like if they were to make the movie again today, it could be done really well and I would like it. And also, there's just, I don't know. It was his first book. I feel like it was a 500-page book that could have been 300 pages.
Yeah.
And better. So, yeah. It was definitely better than everything we've read by James Patterson.
Oh,
Yes.
God, yeah, yeah. And I can see how this launched the successful career
Yeah.
that David Baldacci has had.
Yes.
There's a lot more to like about it than I really thought about.
There are some
Yeah.
good things. I will say I read the 500 pages quickly.
Yep.
And I also would like to make an amendment. It might be just as good as the first Alex Cross book. Like,
Well, you had the only reason we did this is because you had said, when I read the original, like Kiss the Girls and Along Came a
Yeah.
Spider, you said like I went back and read just a couple chapters of an old Danielle Steele, and it's like they weren't the bad writers when they started,
yes.
and it's the machine that they've become that's become. So I do think this proves that point.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. He still writes really long books.
Yeah, he does. He does.
It was also okay, let's get into it. Let's
Yeah,
go. What's
what was
your
your
rating?
rating? Yeah.
I like maybe a 2.25. I
We
just
are all in the same
Yeah.
range.
Yeah.
Like never happens. Okay.
I like that it's middle because that means there's good
I
stuff to
know.
talk about.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping. Obviously, we're gonna have opposite things to
Yeah,
discuss.
yeah.
There was we'll get to it.
Okay.
Okay, go for it.
First question. What did you think of the characters? Did you have a favorite?
Okay. I did not particularly like any of the characters.
Mm-mm.
I thought they were all,
Mm-mm.
even the people we were supposed to like, I didn't really like.
Mm-mm.
If I had to choose, like if like a gun was pointed to my head, it would probably be Seth Frank, although I did not really enjoy him at first. I
Mhm.
feel like he had some redeeming qualities later. And then Laura Simon, the little,
Forensic lady?
yes, who Seth Frank would use.
You just pop in randomly to spout some stuff and then leave.
She did, but at least they didn't give her a weird backstory. Like she was graduated something at 15, so that she replaced
Yeah.
people's jobs. Like they just treated her like a professional who knew what she was doing and could get stuff
Right.
done. So,
It is interesting, and this we talked about spoilers, that the book ends with Seth Frank.
mm-hmm.
I do find that's weird that he's like the last thought in your head. But I do think it's because he was supposed to kind of be like the one kind of consistent more through everything. I don't know.
No.
I did like him, but
I think it's because for some reason David Baldacci did not want to write that Kate was coming through the door because what's the main character's name? Jack Graham was
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe Seth forgot something, and then he turned around and it was somebody else. And
Yeah.
you don't get to know who it is, so it's like, ooh.
see, I thought
And
someone
then
was coming to
Seth-
kill him because that seemed to be the theme. Y'all were all like, "Oh, it's Kate." I was like, "I think he finally caught up with him. Somebody killed him."
Maybe it's just my romantic view of life, and you're like,
Well, the last
But
200
wait,
pages, it was just gun to head, gun to head, gun to head, gun to head. So I was like, okay, here we go.
I know he did a lot of running at the end.
I know. Well, they did mention often that he was in shape,
I know.
even in the beginning.
Oh my God.
So then it was like when he was running, I was like, well, actually, that plot point ended up working out for him.
And then he was even more fit at the end
Yes.
because he got to shed those
Extra
pounds, those lbs he collected while he was sitting behind a desk, as opposed to all the other times he sat behind a desk. Whatever. Angelique.
I didn't like any of the characters either.
I know.
And honestly, I could do without Jack Graham entirely.
I would-
He was unnecessary.
And that's the character they write out
I know.
in the movie. There's no Jack.
know.
Luther Broom.
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood plays Luther Broom.
Luther Whitney.
Yeah. And he is the
Yeah.
he's the main character. And
Which makes sense to me.
yeah, I actually kind of liked Luther.
Yeah.
I mean,
Luther wasn't that
yeah,
bad.
I take it. I did like Luther. Okay,
Well, you were supposed to
I think
like
he was like
Kate.
a fully rounded character, honestly.
He was
Sort of.
the most. I
Yeah.
think.
You were supposed to like Kate. I did not.
No,
She was
she
whiny.
cried so much and so dramatically.
I know that she did a lot of slapping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I really don't like. I feel like that's a '90s thing.
Such a 90s
The
thing.
like, I'm a man and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tell you what's the matter, and you're going to be so upset that I told you the truth to your face that you're going to slap me, and then later in the book you're going to be like, oh, you were right.
all of the women characters were terribly written.
They were.
Horribly
They were all
and
so badly
stereotypes.
written.
But again, I think
Objectified.
but
It
that
was
is
awful.
like
was 90s.
I kind of compare this like this was the peak of Law and Order.
Yeah.
This felt like a Law and Order episode, like a political version of a Law
I
and
think
Order
also
episode.
he might have been going for a little bit noir.
Yeah.
And that's like a common theme in noir as well.
The dames.
Yeah.
The dames.
Because like the chief of staff, that was just that.
She started out sort of interesting.
Yeah, and then
Terrible, but interesting, but then it's just kind of like, I'm a weak woman. Like, shut up.
Yeah, that got annoying.
Yeah, I think the author was trying to make every single character good and bad.
Yeah,
And I appreciate that, but I feel like it was so terribly done in so
was.
many cases.
the one you mentioned, that female character was well written.
Laura Simon.
Simon.
Yeah.
And I guess Wanda Broom's mother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
Edwina.
she was fine, but
Yeah.
she's a bit
simple old lady.
character,
Yeah.
And you know what? Christine was kicking ass.
Yes, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
5 seasons.
Yeah. Christina,
Loved it.
she was kicking butt before the guys with the gun showed up.
That's true. She was
Yeah.
holding her own with a fit
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But then,
was very
Drunk.
drunk. But then all of the descriptions after
Yeah.
were like she's the
Horrible.
Yeah.
It just
the
was like,
the
oh,
home wrecking person or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
she just sleeps around town and
Yeah.
everyone knew it. And I'm like,
Whatever.
okay,
I mean,
So did the president.
They had
Why
a-
was it okay for you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
anyway.
All right. So we didn't like any of the characters really.
not really. I just didn't.
I could do entirely without Jack Graham.
True. I honestly could.
And I
do
would
without
shorten the book
Russell.
significantly because.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm really shocked that Jack Graham is not in
No,
the
there's
movie.
no Jack
That
Graham
like
in the movie.
really blows my mind.
It doesn't blow my because I would have gotten rid of him.
Kate is in the
entirely.
movie. Laura Linney plays Kate.
I
Young.
love Laura Linney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of Luther.
Yeah.
So
Because
they
I
make-
think that she could have been the lawyer he went to, even though they had this estrangement. He might have still gone to her because she's also a prosecutor.
It's
Yeah.
so true. It's so true.
So
And that would have anyway. That was a nice like balance. I can see why he's a good writer. Like people are.
yeah,
Let me rephrase. I can see why he's a very popular writer, and I don't think he's bad.
No.
No.
Like,
There's some nice things that he set up and did.
yeah.
well, I will give. We'll get to that anyway. What's your next question?
All right. What did you think of the plot and the pacing? Did Baldacci do a good job of organizing the plot and moving it along?
That's where I think he did. What I mean, it paced really well. Like
Yeah.
it moved really well.
I found this book to be tedious. to
Really?
read. Beginning to end, it was tedious for me. And it might be because I started reading it when I was exercising.
Good for you.
I would like do a walk thing for like 20 minutes and I'd read the entire time to just get but the book was so tedious. It made the exercise longer.
Maybe the exercise made the book longer.
I was wondering the same.
No, I didn't feel like that.
I don't know. I will say this: there are a lot of characters, and I think a lesser
many.
author would have dropped off. Or they
he
wouldn't
was
have had.
it was like a weird connected dot puzzle sometimes. He was like setting things up and you could see him setting them up, which I could kind of appreciate, but at
Yeah.
the same time it's like there's too many.
It was too
many
many
points.
of them.
Yeah.
But they all eventually got some
Yeah.
sort of conclusion.
Yeah.
So he writes very much so in the same way that James Patterson did with Alex Cross, with a ton of characters.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's all coming together, and I don't mind that. I didn't even notice that there were a ton of characters. Sorry, you're going to say something, and then the plot, your question. Okay, I feel like it was not structured properly, and you could have. Okay, so like. I was okay with the beginning and like the first scenes being Luther like breaking into the house and how that happened. And then you needed to rip out like, I don't know, pages 50 to 200. Just take them completely out of the book.
Mhm.
I hated all of the plot points. That was so unnecessary. The book didn't start to get interesting again to me until Kate setting up Luther in the diner or whatever. And that's when things started to like move along. There was just so much extraneous stuff that
Yeah.
didn't need to be in there.
Yeah. Like I said, Jack's entire plot line as a corporate lawyer,
It was stupid.
we didn't need that. It was
Jennifer,
unnecessary.
we don't need Jennifer. We don't need Ransom Baldwin. We don't
No.
need to know any
Although
of
he
that.
ended up being
Nice. That's sure.
like better than some of the other ones.
Well, no, I
So
don't
here's
know.
why I don't like it, because it's like, I like you man, for standing up to my
Oh,
daughter, and
yeah,
she's
true,
just such
true,
a brat and
yeah.
hasn't
Yeah.
earned her place. And I don't know.
That whole reveal where he turns around and
And the
he's in the chair.
chair. He's a very cinematic writer. I
Yeah.
could tell he's
Yeah.
like plotting.
Again, it's like watching like a dum-dum in Law and Order. That's exactly what it is. I feel like I was watching an episode of Law and Order.
He needed a little bald cat and
Yeah.
like to be like $2 million.
But see, I found it tedious when it was just everyone was just getting killed. That was just there was like those like 200 pages. I'm like, oh yeah, someone's going to shot. oh, how creative, someone else gets shot. Like, you don't think at some point someone's going to figure out who's been
many
shooting all these people?
So many people died in this book, and I feel like...
And it just kept going on. It was
Yeah.
always the same way, too. That got tedious to me,
Yeah.
more so than, like, not knowing what was going to happen.
Okay, so they had to die kind of in the same way because then you can link
Yeah.
all of
I
the
know,
things
but-
together. That being said, I do think that the Secret Service agents, I was on their side in the beginning. I was like,
Yeah.
they did exactly what they had to do, and even if even pretty early in the process, if it had come out, they were doing their jobs.
Right.
I'm sorry.
They did not know what was going on. All they saw
Correct.
was a woman trying
With
to
a
stab the
knife,
president. You shoot him.
You
a shooter.
shoot.
That's what you do. Yeah.
But then it just went off the rails.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden now, like what's his face? What Burton is like killing all these people and Tim
No,
Collins.
Colin's the one who's killing all these
But Burton
people.
was the one planning all of it.
Also,
Yeah.
well, Burton's the one who killed Walter Sullivan. Like he wasn't
Yeah.
like he didn't
Yeah.
kill and plotting and planning and scheming and trying to make
Pulling
it
prints
happen.
off of stuff. And I mean,
like
just crazy
framing,
stuff.
And I'm like, okay, but it just doesn't. It's snowballing and it doesn't need to be.
There is no Secret Service agent that would go that far.
I don't think so.
Like, I just don't believe that that's the case at all.
I think
Chief of
so.
staff, I could see because she had political ambition and she thought it would get her to where she wanted to. But what? And they even admitted in the beginning
Mhm.
that, like, oh, this is going to end my career. And then they just kept killing people. That's when it got tedious to me. I don't like that kind of just raging violence. It just didn't. I was like, okay, where's the point into this?
I don't know. I feel like that was kind of the point of the book.
I don't know.
Like, absolutely, the president's pulling strings. I wanted more of the president earlier on.
Yeah.
Although I hated what they did with the chief of staff and like how it ended up for Russell and stuff like that. Like that, ugh, I didn't like
She just
that.
kind of disappears, too.
I don't like it. But I will say, like, the whole point is like you get to see someone being absolutely evil and how that corruption like
Yeah, no, I know.
ripples out. But in this, it wasn't like that. It was like at first they were trying to protect the president. It didn't feel like a rippling thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because he wasn't even aware
Most
of
of
a
the
lot
stuff.
of stuff
Yeah.
for a huge portion of the book. Yeah.
So I wish. To me, I'm the opposite. I feel like it picked up when the action started happening, and then people actually, their behaviors and actions started to speak for their character. You know what I mean? So
Okay. I already said it was tedious, didn't I? All right. Do you have any favorite or least favorite moments? Any quotes, passages?
I do have quotes. They're not because they're my favorite,
That's fine.
because
They
it
can
had
be
a
'cause
reaction.
Your least favorite.
All right, I know one is on 247. Okay. Jack had to agree with that. Sandy's breath was a mixture of hard liquor and roast beef, and it was probably the most disgusting thing I read in the whole book.
Gross.
And
Gross.
the next thing I wrote down was on page 318, the very first sentence. Gloria Russell sat in her living room and held the epistle in her quavering hand. Okay, this is a little much. Like, she's writing a letter. Calm down. Like, it's too flowery. He's trying too hard to show that he's a writer.
Yeah.
So, like, David Sedaris on the Armchair Expert podcast was saying if he writes a sentence and he loves it too much, he cuts it out because it's just too much and over the top. And I feel like David Baldacci could use this advice.
Number 2, first novel. So it may be
Yes.
that he's trying to overdo it to be more
Yeah, yeah.
flowery. Right? Yeah, I'm a writer instead of just.
Yeah.
But if he's going for the noir, what you love about those noirs is it was very simple,
Mm-hmm.
very simple language. Very, it like.
So I do appreciate the imagery that he would set up. So, like, the idea that Luther would go and just sit in Kate's house, and then Kate went and just sat in Luther's
Yeah.
house without there's some symmetry, and I did appreciate that.
But I don't remember in those cases the writing being so like
Flowery.
right, like they were more simple, human, and so that's where he succeeded the best.
He likes the word quavering, scintilla,
yes,
and absolute. My gosh, he writes the word absolute like 45 million times.
I mean, it is.
It is a book about
It is
absolute
absolutely too many times.
He doesn't use power very often.
No, he doesn't.
See, that's weird.
power. There you go.
All right.
Oh, favorite
Favorites.
moment? I don't know.
You can do least favorite if something that just you hated.
The one that so again, I hated how some of these women were written. So like when the chief of staff decides to sleep with the like Secret Service agent. And I'm like, okay, so we're doing that. And again, that's a 90s crime type thing, but it's like that's the only way she can have her power is if she uses her body. And I'm like,
Yeah.
if she were such a, I'm not going to say the word Angelique said because, you know, person as they claim she was, then she wouldn't need to do that in order to get there.
I agree.
And like you said, then it's like all of a sudden, then she just becomes this weak woman. And all of a sudden she's like, I might like this Secret Service agent. Like, ma'am. And I just don't feel like that was such a stereotype. I hated that. Again, I there was about pages like 300 to like 400, 450 where I just didn't care. Like, and that's when Luther died. You would think there'd be, I don't know. It was just, I know that's when it picked up, but for me, it was, whatever, let's get to the ending of it.
I also feel like they could have cut out the last 75 pages of the book.
Yes. That was really my biggest problem with the thing. It's too dang long.
Yeah.
It was way too long. And then like they would introduce like the mail delivery guy. They started to give him backstory. I'm like, I don't, please don't. And he ended up not being important, thank God. But it was just like, I cannot handle one more backstory character. He was going to go to law school and he was getting us. I don't care. I don't care about him.
It felt a little bit like in Good Omens where everybody had a backstory. And so you're like, is this person going to be important? And then in this case, they're not. We don't need to know about Edwina Broom. We don't need to know about this delivery kid. Although I guess it did set it up that it was just in the wrong office. But you didn't need a whole.
No, you could just be like, the map was
it could
wrong.
Be one sentence. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, they haven't updated from when I moved my office.
Yeah.
The assassin.
Oh my God.
So
that
stupid.
was the one that got me too much. And then he misses. I'm like, okay, well,
I
And
don't
then
buy that.
he's gone.
he just
You don't hear
leaves.
from him again.
It's only the second time he's missed or made a mistake in his whole career. I think not. If that's what, no.
If you
no.
were that good, you wouldn't have made the mistake. Was because he made like the first time was the first time he had done it, and then he's never made a mistake. I'm like, and I don't even remember something fell on him.
No,
a light
So
reflected.
they were hanging a piece of glass, and the glass like shifted, and so a light reflected,
Oh, see,
and it
I missed
blinded
that.
him, and so he accidentally pulled the trigger.
Can wear sunglasses, polarized lenses.
That's a really good point.
If he were a good assassin, he would know how to do this. That one did make no sense. And then it was other than it was the trigger of there was,
Walter Sullivan. Knew
right,
something,
that
yeah.
whole connection.
Okay, well, I want to know your favorite or least favorite part. But before, did you guys? I loved all the references to the really old technology.
Oh, I know.
It's like at the end, it's like there's this special thing that you can, you put a camera inside the TV.
Okay, I thought of a character I like. The guy who at the end,
Tar.
Crimson.
Tar was
Such a
cool.
stupid name though.
I know.
I know, but he was just totally like you meet him and it's like, and then he's like, "Hey, I'll help you out, man," and he just
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Like that's how you write an additional character that people like, but you don't need to know that he's going to go to law school later.
Yeah.
honey, if you can't find the updated map before you start delivering, maybe law school's not for you. I'm just saying,
I know.
but Tar, I did like Tar.
Yeah.
He wasn't insignificant. That was the one where it was like, oh, we haven't done anything with Tar. We need to find something for Tar to do. Oh, wait, we hinted that he had gotten into whatever. And it's like, that was the one where they did make the connection. They didn't leave it hanging, but they could have. They actually could have left it hanging. It would have made more sense if the detective with the girl that you were talking about, that you like the character, Laura.
Uh-huh.
It almost made more sense of like she had been behind it because she was so cool.
I
Because
thought
she had been
I thought it
further
was
into the story, whereas he was just kind of like one random client that nobody liked, and then that was it.
Yeah.
So, but he was cool.
What was your favorite?
There's this scene where Jack is with, it's not my favorite, it's my least favorite. Or it's like one of my least favorite. There's a scene where Jack is with Kate, and I don't remember the page, but I remember him saying something about her used to be able to fill out her jeans better, and it made me so angry. He was always like, he mentioned her weight several times. Like the narration mentioned her weight several times. I'm like, shut up. Nobody cares.
Yep. I mean, every single woman, every single female character was described, objectified, and sexualized.
Yeah.
100% of them. Like Lucinda. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Like the lady that like Sandy said hello to in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like
The first lady, there was some line about she was dressed in plunging,
first
and you never even
lady.
see. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's such a stereotype of the 90s.
I don't know. All of that could have been cut out and it'd been fine. It would have been fine.
But there is like a quote in one of his, I think it's like the author's note at the end, where he's mentioning the book. So it's not part of the book. It's just something he said that I thought was good, and I think that writers might like. So I'm going to read it real quick. I would never suggest that what happened to me will happen to anyone else. The stars were all in alignment at that point in my life for reasons not entirely explainable. But I do know that failure is guaranteed if you stop writing. So long as the pen on the paper continues to flow, or the computer keys continue their clacking, good things can happen, and dreams, even outlandish ones, can be realized. So to all writers out there, keep going. The world needs you.
I did also like that.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot.
I will say, I think Grisham's the same way, and we know James Patterson is. They do support.
Mm-hmm.
They do support their community very much so, and a lot of them support libraries too. So,
David Baldacci and his wife do the Wish You Well Foundation. It's to support literacy.
yeah,
So I mean, I appreciate that.
yeah.
Thumbs
So he's
up.
a good person.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. We say that, and then something horrible comes out about him. So, on the
That happened
surface,
to
he's
us
a good.
before.
All right. Were you satisfied with the ending of the book?
I didn't care. I was so glad it was over.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, in the
A little
sense
meh.
of that the bad guys got their due. I mean that.
I was so ticked off that the knife ended up being like a MacGuffin. Like you didn't even almost need it.
Yeah. The letter opener?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was pointless.
Oh yeah, the letter opener. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was some comment that was like, "Is that a knife? No, it's
I
a
know.
letter opener."
And then later he also called it a knife, and I was irritated because the whole time they've just described it as a letter opener,
Yeah.
and then here I just did it.
Yeah, you're right. That was kind of a.
There's just so much of it that, like Angela, like you don't need the main character, you don't need the like one of them the weapons. Like there's a lot that you just don't need in this book.
Yeah.
And even the initial where like Russell was going to keep it. I never so that if the president turned on her, she would. I don't know. Like even just that initial setup, I didn't really understand the motive. Like it made it seem like. So she always had it in her back pocket or something.
I know, but I feel like a better one would have been like, I'll always have your back by getting rid of this stuff. I don't know. I guess they needed it to increase the stakes for finding Luther Whitney.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much of it just really wasn't. You could have found other ways, a cleaner, a simpler way. I have notes whenever you're ready.
Okay, our last question. So we mentioned that this book already has like a 1997 movie adaptation, but who of today's actors would you put in it?
Oh, shoot. I meant to think about that because I thought about it multiple times because I know Clint Eastwood is in the movie and I knew Laura Linney was in it. It's funny that Jack Graham, that's the thing that you can do, just not cast the main character.
Yeah.
You probably saved them a fortune because they probably would have had to have cast like one of those 90s heartthrobs that would have cost them a bunch of money.
I kept picturing Edward Norton for some reason.
Oh my gosh, that's perfect.
Edward Norton or Brad Pitt?
He's very lean. Well,
Yeah.
they're the same person.
Yeah. They are the same person.
That's a spoiler alert for a different book movie.
Sorry, that's funny. Yeah, I was trying to think.
I am Jack Graham. Okay,
Honestly,
sorry.
I'm like Clint Eastwood would have been a good loot. I mean, that kind of fits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm trying to think of an older actor today that would fit with that, and I can't.
We have
really
to put
think of-
Pedro Pascal in it somewhere because he's in every movie now.
Okay, well, he's Jack Graham.
Sure.
Why not?
I think he's the right age.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's a
not.
little old, but that's okay.
He's like 50-something. Jack Graham's like in his late 20s, I
I
think.
know.
Oh.
Pedro Pascal is in his late.
He's in his 50s, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow.
Sorry. It was just the way you said it. Wow. It's like, what? Oh. So
Okay.
not Pedro. Maybe he could be Luther. Is he too old to be Luther?
I mean,
Or
honestly,
too young to be Luther?
Luther
He
is
might be
in
a little
his-
young to
He
be
might be a
Luther.
little young. Like they would have to gray him out, which they could.
Actually, like when he's natural, he's starting to have like gray hair.
Who else is in everything nowadays? We'll have to put Glenn
Glenn
Powell.
Powell.
Yeah.
I figured he would be the
Joseph
Jack.
Quinn.
Who?
Joseph Quinn. He's like in everything
Oh,
now.
he could be that Dan Kirkson guy.
Yeah.
That's super annoying.
He is annoying. It's like
Yeah.
he's like doing the right thing, but he's not because he's just a little
Yeah.
weasel.
Yeah. Okay. So Glenn Powell is Jack Graham.
I don't know. Glenn Powell's
I
on
just-
this.
Margot Robbie can be Kate.
Yes. Okay, so Leo DiCaprio then is Jack Graham. He's also old.
He is.
Oh my God, he's really old, but
He
he dates
dates-
young, so
Well, so he dates someone that age, so maybe that.
maybe it'll work. Ugh.
I was trying to think who would play the president in the current, and that's the one I couldn't.
Who is just? Oh my gosh! You know who it needs to be? It needs to be someone of the actors that played Superman. So it needs to be a Henry Cavill. It needs to be what's the new one's name? David Cornsweet.
He's too young, though.
Okay, then it needs to be Henry Cavill because he needs to be perfect, all American, the dream. But then he's really a
I thought about George Clooney playing against type,
sociopath.
There we go.
Sure.
just because like he, was for so long, like he was one of people's sexiest man alive, but he's just gotten a little bit older. But I would love to see him play like against type and be like the evil guy.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like someone you would.
Yeah.
Someone you would expect to be Superman. Someone you would expect to be the good guy.
There's so many characters to try to cast.
I know.
I know.
Even like as chief of staff, I couldn't think of anyone. I wonder who played her. We're about to IMDb this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm struggling to come up with actors and apparently in the correct age ranges.
I know.
So Seth Frank was played by Ed Harris.
Oh, that's good.
Dennis Haysbert played Tim Collin.
I don't know.
Dennis Haysbert from
I know who Tim Collin is. I don't know who Dennis Haysbert is.
That's Dennis Haysbert.
Hmm?
The unit.
But Tim Collins
He's on the Allstate
yeah.
commercials.
He's the president. That's funny. He should be the president.
He should be the president.
But he
Or Luther Whitney.
Or Luther Whitney. Yeah, he's actually. Yeah.
But think about it, I mean, because at that time he would have been a lot like we can't think of him as older,
Yeah,
but he would have been a lot younger. Judy Davis. I actually like that. I don't know if you guys know her. She's a British actress. She played Gloria Russell.
Okay. Yeah, she
Yeah.
fits like what?
She kind of has that look.
Truthfully, in
It
my
was very well
brain,
cast.
It was a young Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Like Elaine age was the character I kept seeing. No, I mean yes, but from Elaine like curly hair.
Yeah.
Oh, I know why.
I
though.
kept seeing Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I know why. It's because in Independence Day,
Mhm.
the chief of staff has that kind of aesthetic. She doesn't have curly hair. Not Malcolm. What's his name? Oh, my brain. The guy that played Malcolm in Jurassic Park, Jeff Goldblum. Thank you. The character that played his wife in Independence Day.
Yeah, I don't remember her name either. I know you're talking about
I
that.
can picture him. Richard Jenkins played the assassin. You know Richard Jenkins?
Oh, that is weird.
I know.
That is weird.
That
Because
doesn't fit.
the assassin was attractive, apparently.
Yeah. Sorry, Richard
'Cause he's
Jenkins.
so
Gosh.
lean.
This is the guy who plays
No, I mean,
Sandy
like-
Lord. Is that not perfect?
See, to me, oh yeah. That is perfect.
I don't know who he is. I don't know.
Sandy Lord. I kept seeing Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh, he would be great.
Oh, he would be
he'd
good. Yeah. So they will cast it. Like the original was pretty well cast, I think. I don't know Scott Glenn who played Bill Burton. He doesn't look familiar to me.
Scott Glenn.
But
I'm
again, imagine
sure.
him 30 years or so younger.
What else has he been in? He looks familiar.
Hunt for Red October, Silence of the Lambs. He was Jack Crawford. I was trying to find a picture of him when he was younger. But anyway, some of those other ones. I mean, Laura Linney, Gene Hackman played the president. That was cool.
Gene Hackman.
Wow.
Wow.
Who passed away recently. Sadly, passed away recently. So anyway, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a picture from Absolute Power of Burton and Russell.
Oh my God, that's exactly what the lady from Independence Day looks like.
Yeah. And maybe it's the same person.
No, it's not.
It's
But
not. Okay.
it's because you just showed us it's. But
Oh,
like
that's
that,
right. Yeah,
the
yeah.
aesthetic with the
But that
works.
shoulder
Yeah.
pad. Yeah.
Well, it's
And he's a little older. He kind of like
1996, so.
that aesthetic works
Yeah.
for those roles. So they nailed some of it. It has a very mixed rating.
kind of like us.
Yeah.
Well, we have like a 5 stars. Oh, I thought you meant like
No, how we
of the book.
rated
Oh
the
yeah, I
book.
thought you meant like.
Well,
our
it's not really
podcast.
that mixed. We're all 2s.
It's true.
Well, it's a mix of good and bad.
Yeah.
But anyway,
No, we're perfect.
that's right.
5 stars.
We have like 3 votes. The 3 of us. But anyway,
Sure.
That's 100%. That's
Exactly.
5 stars.
All right, you ready for your notes?
Oh yeah. Are you ready for my notes?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Ugh, a preface. But the book is from 1996. Housemaid proved to be important, and the what was the house book that we read that was nonfiction? In the Dream House.
Mm-hmm.
Could be fine. And then it was like, nope. Preface should be a note at the end. Oh, Luther stole a car and he was about to burgle a house. Clearly, he hasn't heard the adage about if you're going to break the law, only do it one at a time.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He has 3 felony convictions.
Well,
Probably
technically, he
got
just
caught doing
kind of
something.
borrowed the car.
He did. He put it back.
Yeah, he put it back.
You know, he's an upstanding citizen.
Yes.
He just steals stuff.
And he was not doing it for himself. He was doing it for someone else.
I know. We did find
For
that
Wanda.
out. It's for Wanda. I was so irritated that he smeared his face with black before he went in to burgle the house. What are you going to do if you're running away and you get caught and you're just in blackface? Like, this is a terrible idea. Also, that house that had been built 5 years ago, it didn't have a second stairwell. It's Virginia. They're going to have 2 stairwells.
Gotta have a servant stairwell.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
We have 4 ratings, by the way. 5.
Oh,
But
we
still 5
do?
stars. Yeah, I just added mine.
Good job. I don't like that it would jump in POV in the same section. It would go from like Russell's point of view to Burton's to or to Colin or something like that. Like I could not track
There were just
it.
too many POVs in general.
Yeah. I was initially creeped out by Luther hanging out in his daughter's apartment without her. It's still the wrong choice, but he's a criminal. And if he were good at respecting people's boundaries, he probably wouldn't steal for a living.
Oh, that reminds me. As soon as Jack started hanging out with her dad, she should have broken up with him.
Yeah.
Against her wishes. And then I don't understand why breaking up with her meant he had to break up with him.
Yeah. I agree.
Also, they never really explained why Jack and Luther, like why he was so, like why they were so close.
They just hung out.
They just
just
hung
good
out. I guess
friends.
but
Male bonding.
I don't know, but it when Jax like jumps in, it makes it seem like this man had some incredible impact on his life, and they never really set that up to really have that reaction, in my opinion.
I mean, I accepted it, but yeah, I see your point. I thought that this was going to be both a courtroom procedural, and I also thought it was a series, and it's a standalone novel, and that explained a lot. It took me 200 pages to learn that it was not going to be a courtroom procedural, and I was like, this is too much exposition.
They didn't even make it to the courtroom.
I know.
I know. Jack is also awful to Kate. What a jerk.
He is. He's awful to Jennifer, too, actually.
He's the worst. No one
Why
should
was
date
she
him.
even with him?
I have no idea because he's clearly like not that great.
Yeah.
The only reason he had money coming into the law firm was because of her
I
dad.
must say he brought nothing to that relationship.
Yeah.
And a bad attitude is what he brought.
Also, he's a slob.
I know. He's dirty. He lives in his dirty little apartment. Like, you can't tell me he's frugal. He has the same couches from the previous relationship 4 years ago.
He cheated on her.
He did cheat on her. We need to talk about that. Like,
I love how Kendall's just getting judgier. And you know what? Like, your voice is getting like
higher and
judgier.
higher.
When you were like, baby, you shouldn't have broken into the house. I was like, dang.
Ugh. Okay.
Was that it?
Yes, because I already said my other things.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so he cheated on his girlfriend.
Did.
And that is a despicable quality. I'm sorry.
Also, I will say that was a plot hole. He disappeared for like 2 weeks,
She
and
just
no
didn't
one bothered
care.
to go chase after him.
He just suddenly started sleeping at his ex's house, and everyone was just like, okay with him.
That was like several nights, right? And then
Yes.
he comes home and she's like, if we're gonna make this work, like nothing had like he hadn't disappeared for
I
4
guess
days.
because they don't technically live together, like she might not have known that. But
And
still.
she's a busy career woman, but still.
Still.
Also,
Yeah.
he's so weak. He's so easily manipulated, I feel like. By Sandy
Maybe that's
Lord,
why she liked him.
by her. Yeah, probably. She should have done a better job.
Yeah, why did he like Sandy Lord so much?
Yeah, he was gross.
He was very
He smelled
gross.
like roast beef and whatever. What did he smell like?
Yes, he smelled like roast beef.
You know that scene? I've just remembered. There's a scene where he's talking with Jennifer, and she's asking him something, and apparently he suddenly just throws a beer bottle. There was no build up to that moment for me.
I agree.
Just came out of nowhere.
And she was like
It was just
scared and
skeezy
yeah.
and gross.
Y'all have talked this down to a 2 for me, like a 1.5
Good.
for me. You know how sometimes we talk ourselves into like
Yeah.
a better rating. The more I talk about, I'm like, this really wasn't that great.
I
I
mean,
think we were comparing it to the Drek we had read before.
it
I
is
write that.
still better than The Noise
Oh,
and
God.
Death of a Black Widow.
Yes. The one where there's
November
like the adventure
9.
or November 9, yeah. What was the one where like they had the jetpacks? You know what I'm talking about?
Perfect Assassin.
Perfect Assassin.
Yeah.
It's better than that one. It's better than the Danielle Steele.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we just have a very low bar, I feel like, for some of these books.
So I'm going over my notes, and there's 2 things in here. I think at one point I was getting punch drunk because at some point I wrote Seth Frank and Jack Graham are in love.
What?
No.
They're bromance.
There's your
Yeah,
sequel.
they're next level.
and then there's a note that said the evil journalist is a bit contrived.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was an unnecessary person completely.
I gotta win my Pulitzer. Like, what? Who says that to people? Like,
So dumb. You're not going to win a Pulitzer.
I'm glad he got maced in the face.
Me too.
that was a good moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for you, Kate.
It was the one moment where she wasn't whining and annoying. She's like, screw you, and fought back. I liked
Yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay. We done.
I guess so.
Hey, we did it. We read the first book that a popular author has written. And
Yeah.
I can understand why people might want to check
Yeah.
out more of his books.
Yeah, it's not my genre,
No.
and it's boring, but
Tedious, I
It
believe was the word you
could've-
used.
It could have been my genre. It's so funny because I'm always like, oh, we should just go back and see why they were good. And now I'm like, maybe we should see why he's good now.
maybe choose a midpoint.
Oh, God.
Like something that's only like 5 years
Yeah,
old.
I think the problem is that we're never going to like any of these books. We're always like, let's try something.
Like, to be fair, they're just not our genres most of the time.
I want to like it.
We should do like a beach read next time. Like one of those popular, like
Yeah.
Dorothy
That's
Emmett
a
and Frank or
great
Mary Alice
idea.
Monroe.
Elin.
Elin Hildebrand, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Ellen, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's
just
Ellen? Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, why does she spell her name dumb?
Well, we'll ask her. We'll tell her to listen to our podcast, and in the podcast, we'll be like, "Hey,
It's not dumb. It's
hey,
beautiful.
Elin Ellen."
Well, maybe I'm just really culturally insensitive. Maybe it's,
I don't know. Maybe it's just one of those times where people just want to spell the name weird.
I mean, that's
be
fine. To each their own. It's her name.
Yeah,
And it's made her a lot of money.
it has.
Good for her.
Good for her.
Let's
There's-
do it. Beach reads.
There was
Yes.
an article on the front page of Our State, and I can't remember what the guy's first name is, but his last name is Bland. And I was like, poor guy. Like, like you're just stuck with that forever. Anyway, but yeah, or something like let's try a different popular genre or something.
I like
Yeah.
beach reads on 3. 1, 2, 3. Beach,
Beach
reads. Oh
reads.
my gosh, you guys participated. I thought you were going to be annoyed. Okay.
No,
Go ahead.
Beach reads is
I mean, a little, but we love you. And so I'm kidding. No.
fine. All right. Before we finish up here, I'm going to promote the Gaston County Public Library website for all your Gaston County Public Library needs. You can access your library card account, see what's coming up on our events calendar, access our digital services, and more. So go to gastonlibrary.org and check out what the library has in store for you. All right, that's it for We're Booked Up 5th season premiere. Absolute Power is available in print and online at the NZ Digital Library and through the Libby app. Let us know what you think of the book and what you think of what we think of the book. Just leave a comment at the Off the Shelf blog at gastonlibrary.blogspot.com or at gastonspeaks.podbean.com. Next month's book is What Happened to Ruthie Ramirez by Claire Jimenez. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
guys.
Thank you.